What is going on, Ape Nation? We have a huge update to give you guys from all the news that came out today, as well as the technical analysis and the short data for the day. All of this is very important. I will be giving my opinions on what I think will happen closer to the end of the video, so you're going to want to stay through and hear me out on this, because I do think it's very, very good for AMC. Now, the only three things that I do ask is that you tap, tickle, touch, or smash the like button, make it turn blue, as well as comment down below what do you think is going to happen with AMC, and subscribe to the channel. And by doing all three of those things, you tell YouTube to push this video out to even more apes so we can recruit them for the movement. Now, with that being said, let's get into it, guys. And taking a look at the short data for the day, we have return shares of 9.22 million, borrowed shares of 6.86 million. So that is a net gain of covered shares by institutions and hedge funds of 2.36 million. So for the first day, they have covered more shares that have been shorted, but 2.36 million, that is nothing compared to the 138.82 million shares that still need to be covered, and that is a free flow on loan of 27.79%. So extremely high still. This is a drop in the bucket compared to what they have to cover. So that is the latest data. I will actually update it right now for you guys. Reload the page, and it is still the same. Sometimes data does come in after at about 8 o'clock. We're sitting at 8 o'clock, so if something does change, I'll make sure to update you guys in a small video like I always do. But with that being said, let's get into the news, guys. And we have AMC warns investors they could lose everything. Jefferies, Raymond James halts AMC shorts. It says meanwhile, Jefferies is said to be blocking short sales of AMC, GameStop, and Microvision, according to Street Insider. It says Raymond James also banned shorting AMC and has also blocked buying the theater chain on margin, a person familiar with the matter told Seeking Alpha. So essentially, these guys don't even want to take on the risk of institutions or hedge funds possibly defaulting on their short positions. So this is good for people that are invested in AMC. Long story short with that, but says a trader passed on the following statement to Street Insider. In addition to naked options effective immediately, we will be blocking all short sells in GameStop, AMC, and Microvision from being executed at Jefferies. If you choose to execute anyway, the trade will be subject to review by risk/margin prior to being affirmed. It says AMC, and this is what really hit AMC in the morning. It says AMC filed an 8K this morning to sell 11.55 million shares, which wiped out pre-market gains, and it got pretty bad. You know, in the beginning of trading today, it was terrible. We got halted to the downside, down about 40% at one point, so it was pretty bad. It says, in the filing, AMC said, in quotes, we believe that the recent volatility and our current market prices reflect market and trading dynamics unrelated to our underlying business or macro or industry fundamentals, and we do not know how long these dynamics will last. Under the circumstances, we caution you against investing in our Class A common stock unless you are prepared to incur the risk of losing all or a substantial portion of your investment. We all know this. If you are investing in AMC, there is always a risk this does tank and you lose whatever is invested. So be very mindful of that. All of your gains could be wiped out in a single day, or they could 10x or 20 or 50x from here. You really have to be okay with either situation playing out. Says extreme fluctuations in quotes still, extreme fluctuations in market price of our Class A common stock have been accompanied by reports of strong and atypical retail investor interest, including on social media and online platforms. The market volatility and trading platforms we experience create several risks for investors, including the following. I'm not going to get into all that. Basically, you guys know the risks. So these are the big headlines that had the biggest influence on AMC stock today. The one about them blocking short selling is probably a good thing, and that probably was a good fuel to the fire per se, but definitely not the update telling AMC investors they could lose everything or a significant portion. That was not. But the biggest hit came after AMC says it already completed share offering raises $587 million. So they did this pretty fast. They essentially just sell the shares at the open market for people to buy, and they sold these at $50.85, and like I said, 11.55 million. But some people are saying this is only just the beginning, that they could have more share offerings coming in the near term future. This article from Barron's, I'm not going to read it. It says AMC raised more than $1 billion through stock sales this quarter. More could be coming. That was 47 minutes ago, guys. So you got to think some of these guys have insider eyes into management, what is going on, and I would imagine they are going to take this opportunity to raise shares, unlike GameStop did, which they should have done, is raise shares. AMC is really using this to their advantage, and I do think this is good for their underlying business. But if you are investing in this just for the squeeze or the rally we are going to see, then this will definitely hurt the rally. And I don't know. I'm not going to go as far as to say AMC doesn't want a rally to happen, but I think they're satisfied selling shares at this current price. So I don't think they're going to argue with it at all, and they're really not out to help the retail investors. Adam Aron, he's a cool guy, all that, but he wants to grow long-term value for AMC shareholders. He doesn't care if we go to $1,000 in the next week, whatever the case is, or if we go back down to 20. He doesn't care. They're going to raise the money regardless. So just keep an open mind of that to happen. I know a lot of you guys probably don't want to hear that, but that is just the truth. This is probably going to happen again. Now, I don't think it'll happen tomorrow, but it could happen next week or the week after that. That is the time frame that I would imagine on this. Now, getting into the technical analysis, I just want to run through the news real quick with you guys. That's basically the breakdown of what is going on. Now, as far as the technical analysis, we actually just went under our 50-day moving average, which is currently at $58.88. We are currently at $48.70 if Webull is correct on this. Sometimes they do have a lag delay in reporting data in after hours. So that is, I mean, really up in the air. That is what Webull is saying. But we are under the 50-day moving average, so that is a very bearish sign. 200-day moving average sits at $34.39. So really, if we break under $34, that will not be good at all. Today, tomorrow, whenever it happens, that will not be good if it does happen at all. Now, we hit a low today of about $37. Got some fierce buying coming in after we were halted. Skyrocketed back up to about $68. It even hit $69.70 for a brief period, and then we got rejected at about that $69, $50, $70 mark. Completely rejected, and we have fallen down another about $35 since then, $30 since then. So I do think we're going through a strong consolidation period. We have people coming in and buying this, and then we have people continuing to short AMC. The thing here, guys, that is so much different than GameStop is you have a lot of institutions that are long in AMC. Once this, hype does go away, once they stop riding the train up, then they are going to start dumping shares, which I would be surprised if they didn't start dumping shares today. Some obviously kept, but a lot of them did sell out. So we do have a big presence here as far as the retail traders, but the institutions are really going to have the say so as to where this thing does go. Now, eventually they will have to cover, and we did see obviously a net gain on covered shares today, but we did fall a lot today. So that's the thing. Institutions really have control of this. If they start selling out, other institutions are going to start covering with those shares. It doesn't matter if we all hold. That is the key factor here, though. If we all do hold, then they will have to buy back these shares at a decent price, pushing it up higher, pushing AMC stock price up higher, and then causing a further gamma squeeze. So that is pretty much the sum of what is happening right now and what could possibly keep happening. So I do think we have this support level at almost the 200-day moving average, but at about $36.50. So, and I already have that line marked from the last video. That is really where we started to rip up. So we definitely got some confirmation this is a good support level. So I really don't see us breaking under this anytime soon unless they do another share offering or more bad FUD comes out, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's definitely a possibility. But as far as the upside, this $70 level is going to be one to watch most certainly. That is where we pretty much rejected today. And if we do cross that with some bullish momentum, and it really did look like we were going to fly today, but we just got rejected from there. But if we do cross above this, then the sky is literally the limit. After that, we're looking at resistance at about the $77 mark. That is where we got rejected last time. Now, as far as the MACD, I think this is where it's going to get really important to watch this. We are bearish as of right now. The CCC line, the yellow line, is below the blue signal line, but they are pretty much conformed. I'm not sure how clear you guys can see this in the video, but it is slightly under this. It's not a huge gap like we've seen during the sell-off today. And obviously we had a lot of outflows at this point, but it is slightly under this signal line. So once we do see this yellow line, the CCC line, go above the blue signal line, that is a clear indicator for anybody trying to trade AMC that now might be a good time to get back in. And we did cross over this briefly when we started rallying, but we didn't have this huge gap or a lot of inflows. So that is something I will definitely be watching. Like I said, on the lower end, about $36, $37 almost is our support as of right now. So if you are in any trades as far as options that are about this range, I don't think it's bad to take some profits at this point. Do I think the rally is over? No. But do I think if you try to hold out until everything is said and done, you won't get another share offering that'll drop the price, or bad news that'll drop the price, and then essentially whatever your expiration date is, if you get caught right there, you know, if your options were expiring $60 call, let's say, or $70, $80 call for this Friday, for tomorrow, you got absolutely clapped today on those options for the most part, especially when we were selling off. We did recover since then, but it's going to be hard to hit the top on this. So I don't think it's bad to take some profits and then jump back in and keep scalping. That is not a bad strategy in my opinion. Just be careful when to cut your losses and when to take profits. That's the biggest thing there, and that is really what I would do in that situation. As far as shares, you could just hold your shares. If it falls, buy the dip. That's the biggest thing here. But as far as options, it's a little bit different because they expire worthless, right? Now, as far as my personal price predictions, I think we could be down about 5 to 10% in pre-market and then rally up from there, probably closing up about 20%. Now, what is crucial here is to stay up to date with what is happening with the shorts. That is the only thing that is key here. If shorts are covering while the stock is in the gutter, down about 20% or whatever the case is, that's probably what happened today, then we might not see that huge rally into multi-$100 or $1,000 range. It is possible, but I do expect AMC to raise capital if that does happen. So there is somewhat of a cap here, but there is not at the same time. It's really a coin flip, guys, and keep that in mind. It is literally a coin flip. I would put my money on it's going higher, but you always have to secure the bag, especially if you have options. With that being said, if you want my buy and sell alerts, check that out, link down below in the description. Get in with the community. Over the past couple of trading days alone, you would have made enough profits to cover that cost for about 5 years. So check it out if you guys want to be a part of it. Sign up, do your thing, do whatever you want to do, but get up to $70 in whatever free stock that you want using the link for public. No deposit necessary, 2-minute sign up time. You get your stock immediately, and you can even link a debit card or credit card. So no reason not to do that. It's literally free money. Let me know what you get down below in the comment section. I have been getting Tesla. So with that being said, Ape Army, be cool out there, be prepared, never scared, know the risk, know the gains. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys take care.